Hello YouTube, it's me John Avenger once again, and welcome to another collection video. This is going to be 12. This is my wrestling pay-per-views and DVDs that I have that I've been collecting for the past 20 years. Let's start with the box sets of Wrestlemania. This is the first 5 Wrestlemania Anthology Series Volume 1. You got all these cool pictures of Wrestlemania. You got the first one, second, third, which had one of the biggest audiences ever, over 93,000 people, 4 and 5. It's a great big Wrestlemania set. I have to get volume 2. That's the only one I'm missing. With the first like 20 Wrestlemanias, because they didn't make an anthology set for the other ones. They added like 21 and 22, but that was it. Once they got to 23, they did it. They started putting them on Blu-ray. This is the second box set. This is volume 3 for WrestleManias 11 through 15. Yeah, there's some duds in here, but there's some good ones as well. 12 is a good WrestleMania. 14. 13 has one really good match, so I can say that. This is the inserts. This is a WrestleMania 11. One of the worst. You got 12. 13. 14 and 15. 15, at least the main event was really good. So, for what it was at the time during the Attitude Era. And this is the volume 4. The WrestleMania 16 through. Oh no, actually no. This is volume 1. This is volume 2. This is volume 4. Here we go. They all look the same. That's kind of why I got sidetracked. This is 16 through 20. I'm also going to show the other WrestleMania DVDs I have of 17 through 20 because they're collector's edition. These are just the bare bones dual layer discs. Really cool set. Glad I got it because it's a collector's item. Maybe it'll get signed at a Comic-Con one day for the wrestlers that are still alive. So that's that. We got this collection of really good. We have Eva Destruction. This is the first wrestling DVD I ever got. It's mainly a lot of stock footage from the late 90s, 98 and 99, during the Attitude Era. You got Undertaker. This is one of his early DVDs before he retired. This I think 2020, and this has a lot of his matches. You have Unforgiven, In Your House, 1998. Some really good matches here. Some of them. The main event was crazy with Austin and Dude Love. And here's Rock Bottom, 1998 with The Rock. This is when he turned heel for after leaving the Nation of Domination. In Your House. That they don't do In Your House anymore. They stopped after like 99. They stopped doing it because I think after Owen Hart's death, they stopped. SummerSlam 2001 with The Rock when he came back with his new haircut during the Invasion era. You got SummerSlam 2005 with Michaels versus Hogan. This was given to me. It's a good match, but Michaels is doing more Cirque du Soleil than you can count at. Backlash 2003, you have The Rock and Goldberg in their first and only match one-on-one because Goldberg never fought The Rock again. They had one match and he beat him. You got Survivor Series 2002 with the first Elimination Chamber match. This was also given to me as a prize. I keep these DVDs because they have special features that are not on Peacock or the WWE Network. You have Unforgiven 2001 with Austin when he was heel. This is when Angle won. After 9/11 he won the WWE title from Austin, making him tap. Yeah, and it was a good American moment. You got Unforgiven 2006 with John Cena. Yeah, I'm a big fan of John Cena. Always been a fan of his since 2003. This is when Edge was champion, and if Cena lost, he had to go to SmackDown. But it was a pretty good pay-per-view. SummerSlam 2003. Don't worry, this is not naked. She's covered. This is when Brock Lesnar turned heel and fought Angle in their rematch from WrestleMania 19. The second Elimination Chamber match, which was good but not as good as the first one, mainly because the wrong man won. Royal Rumble 2003 with Triple H in the front. This is the year that he was like, on top of the world for almost a year. He had a title run that lasted about 9 months. Seems measly now, but back then that was like almost having it for a year. Hell in the Cell, Bad Blood 2003 with him and Kevin Nash. This could have been a great rivalry, but they kind of fucked it up in the middle. Judgment Day 2003. Some good matches here, especially the stretcher match at the end. You got Vengeance 2003. I know Wrestling with Regret just recently reviewed this. It is a good pay-per-view. I mean, the fact that they had so much talent here, and Cena, this is when he was becoming a big rising star. A few months later, he becomes face and becomes the face of the company. A few years later, and Undertaker, this is in his prime. Some good matches here and there. There's some throwaway matches as well, but it delivered. It still does hold up. These are Judgment Day 2004 and Great American Bash 2004. And since today is Happy Patriots Day, guys, I got my Captain America hat. Be safe. Yeah, these are, and don't try this at home. These are early 2004 pay-per-views. You got No Mercy 2003 with Brock Lesnar in the front. This is a picture from SummerSlam 2002. Do I have any WCW things? No, because it's hard to find those. Not a lot of those came out on DVD because once the company went out of business, they didn't sell as much. Survivor Series 2003. This is Shane in the front, Shane O'Mac. There's some good matches here. The opener, the ambulance match, and definitely the Buried Alive match. Some matches are filler, but it is what it is. Bloodbath, the wrestling's most incredible steel cage matches. Yeah, some of the best steel cage matches you've ever seen. There's Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit, and that was on Raw back in 2001 during, right after the Attitude Era. What? Yep, this Austin's What DVD. I still have this. 20 years ago I got this. And I love watching this DVD. There's a lot of good matches on here. Once Austin did What, yeah, it was just, it was a big money seller for Vince and the company. This is something different. This is Bloody Mania. This is not for kids. It's got a parental advisory thing because they use a lot of foul language in this. It's really violent. It's like ECW but with the Juggalos and with the ICP. It's a 4-disc set. But I'm not going to show all of them. There's a lot of wrestlers here from years past. No Way Out 2003 when The Rock and Hogan fought again. Austin came back after a long hiatus, and this match is forgettable, but it was a pretty good pay-per-view, except for the ending. I thought the ending was kind of underwhelming. History of WrestleManias 1 through 9. Yeah, this is a good documentary. Basically, it's chronicling the first 9 WrestleManias. Now they're up to, 38? Yeah. So, now we got 39 next year. You got ECW, the only pay-per-view I have of this, One Night Stand 2005. Really good. I didn't grow up with ECW because it came out in the late 90s. When I was a kid, I was too young to watch it. And, my parents already thought that the wrestling was too violent already. But then when we got to, when I became an adult, I saw ECW. And there were some good matches here. It's a nice love letter to the fans of ECW from the late 90s. And it's hardcore, and it definitely delivered. My brother was going to sell this, but I'm like, no, Danny, this is a collector's item now. Because ECW is no more. It finally went closed in 2010 when Vince McMahon revived it. Here's a couple of other WrestleManias. This is 17, the special edition with Austin and The Rock. One of the greatest pay-per-views of all time. Here's the insert. Great pay-per-view. Icon versus Icon, WrestleMania 18. This should have been the main event, not Triple H and Jericho, because this match stole the show. As soon as Hogan and The Rock came out, this crowd was going freaking crazy, man. It was insane. Like the reaction was better than the match itself, but the match is legendary for a reason. WrestleMania 19, Hogan versus Vince McMahon. This did not disappoint. And you had Austin's last match until WrestleMania this year. You had Jericho versus HBK. You had Angle in the main event against Brock Lesnar. Some really good matches. The only bullshit title match was Triple H's match, mainly because he should have lost. Booker T should have won that match, in my opinion. WrestleMania 20. Yes, where it all begins again. This is a great set. 3-disc set. There's a documentary on here, too. The Mania of WrestleMania. It's really good stuff. Whoa. There's the insert. This was a really good WrestleMania. Just way too many matches. I think there were like 12 matches here. I think that's a little bit too much. Sometimes less is more, Vince. Well, he's retired now, so he can't hear me. But it's a great set. And WrestleMania 21. This is the one that was not in the box set. So good WrestleMania when Batista and Cena finally won their titles and went on to superstardom. It's all the discs. It's a great WrestleMania. And it wasn't 5 hours long, because I recently watched 5 WrestleManias on Peacock: 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35, and they're way too long. 3 to 5 hours is too long. 2.5 hours I think is good enough. Just trim the fat. And a WrestleMania that now they do WrestleManias in two whatchamacallits. It takes them 2 nights now. What I got left? Oh yeah, this Hell in a Cell 2009 with the Undertaker. Good match that stole the show. The main event was just too predictable. And finally, the fan edition of John Cena's My Life DVD. Awesome. I'm gonna show this. Look at the back. Cena's one of my favorite wrestlers. I love him as an actor now because, you know, he's proven himself. Screw the haters, these incels that they don't get laid. Look at that. That's a great American flag pride right there for Patriots Day. That's great. Look at the discs on these tires. It's great. Love you, John Cena. There's the insert. It's a great wrestler, man. Really good, fun guy. Such a talent. There's a reason he became the face of the company and not Roman Reigns. Nobody wanted Reigns as the main eventer because they forced him down our throats. I don't hate Reigns. I just think he's not John Cena. Cena transitioned well from the ring to the small screen and then the big screen. Love John Cena. So that's it. That's all my wrestling DVDs. So I showed some other ones before, but they're without the boxes. So thanks for watching. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next one. Happy Patriots Day.